This video I am going to solve one power system problem by using Gauss-Seidel load flow method. Last video saw algorithm and flowchart of Gauss-Seidel method. This video also I explained Gauss-Seidel method through one example problem. In this topic, this one problem is enough for you because this problem covers all steps. Watch this video completely and try to practice the problem one time. Then you can solve any Gauss-Seidel load flow problem. Let's see the problem. For the system shown in figure, determine the voltages at the end of the first iteration by Gauss-Seidel method, and also find the slack bus power, line flows, transmission losses. Assume base MVA as 100. The line diagram given, then bus data are given as in the tabular column form. This is a 3-bus system. For the bus 1 to 2, the impedance value given. The positive sign indicates the impedance. This is the last previous videos I explained. The negative sign indicates the admittances. So we want to find the admittance matrix, take inverse of this term 1 divided by j 0.4, then only you get the admittance value. The first bus is a slack bus. Here the magnitude of voltage and the phase angles are specified. Then second bus, the magnitude of voltage and P value is given. So that is bus is a PV bus. PV bus means generator bus. Also here give the reactive power limits. Then third bus, the load real power and load reactive power value is given. That is PQ bus. PQ bus is the load bus. For our manual calculation, I start the problem from forming the Y-bus matrix. For manual calculations, our first step is form Y-bus matrix. Here, this is a 3-bus system. So the order of the matrix is 3 cross 3 matrix. First of all, we have to calculate the diagonal elements, that is a self admittance. This point Y11 is equal to sum of admittances connected to bus 1. Here the admittances connected to bus 1 are 1 divided by j 0.4 plus 1 divided by j 0.3, the sum of these two admittances. Then Y22, that is the sum of admittances connected to bus number 2, that is 1 divided by j 0.4 plus 1 divided by j 0.2. Then Y33, that is the sum of admittances connected at bus number 3. Here two lines, 1 divided by j 0.2 plus 1 divided by j 0.3. Then mutual admittances. The mutual admittances, here this point Y12, that is the admittance, negative of admittances connected between 1 and 2. That is equal to minus 1 divided by j 0.4. This matrix is a symmetric matrix. So Y12 is equal to Y21. Then Y13, that is minus 1 divided by j 0.3. Y13 is equal to Y31. Then Y23, 1 divided by minus 1 divided by j 0.2. Y23 is equal to Y32. Then using the calculator in complex mode, then simplify this term, you get the Y-bus matrix is like this. Then step number 2. Step number 2, initialize the bus voltages. First one is the slack bus. Slack bus voltage will not change for any iteration. The first iteration, second iteration, up to nth iteration, the slack bus voltage is constant. That is the specified value. Here the specified value is 1.05 angle 0 degree. This value is constant for every iteration. The constant. Then second bus is the PV bus, that is the generator bus. Here in case of generator bus, the magnitude of voltage is constant, that is the magnitude of voltage is specified for every iteration. the phase angle only changes. In initial stage, we take the phase angle as 0. The magnitude 1.0, then initialize the phase angle as 0 degree. Then first iteration onwards, this phase angle only varying. Then third bus is a load bus or PQ bus. Here the magnitude of voltage is 1, then phase angle is 0. Initial voltage 1 angle 0 degree per unit. Then second iteration onwards, the magnitude and the phase angle change. Now slack bus magnitude and the phase angle will not change. Then generator bus magnitude is constant, is specified value for every iteration. The load angle only changes. Then load bus, the magnitude and phase angle will change. Then third step. Third step, we start the iteration. Start the iteration from first bus to last bus. Here our first bus is the slack bus. Slack bus I already told. So we go to second bus. Second bus is the generator bus. In case of generator bus, we do 3 steps. First step, calculate the reactive power. Then second, check reactive power limit. Third step, calculate the phase angle. Calculate the phase angle by using the formula VA new formula calculate. The reactive power value is within the limit. We treat this bus as the generator bus. Otherwise, this bus will act as the load bus. In case of generator bus, it's required 3 steps. For our simplicity, I mentioned these steps as 3A to 3C, 3 steps. First, calculate the reactive power. The reactive power formula QI calculated is equal to minus imaginary part of VI volt star, say conjugate of the voltage, summation J is equal to 1 to I minus 1 Yij Vj du plus summation J is equal to 1 to N Yij Vj volt. This is the initialized voltages. Then here I is 2. Second bus is the generator bus. Now in this formula, substitute I is equal to 2. Therefore, Q2 calculated is equal to, the formula becomes Q2 calculated is equal to minus imaginary part of, in this place of 2, then also expand the summation term. You get V2 volt star, Y21, V1 new plus Y22, V2 volt plus Y23, V3 volt. Then here all the values are known. Then substitute all the values. V2 volt is a initialized bus voltage of second bus. Then Y21, Y22, Y23. That values are obtained from the Y bus matrix. Then V1 new. V1 new is the first iteration voltage of the slack bus. I already told the slack bus voltage is constant for every iteration. So is take this voltage, the specified voltage 1.05 angle 0 degree. Then Y2 volt and Y3 values are 1.02 angle 0, then 1 angle 0 degree. Substitute all the values. Then calculate by using the calculator in complex mode. Then directly obtain the answer. That is equal to 0.025 per unit. Q2 calculated. Then step number 3B, check Q limit. The problem, the Q limit value is mentioned. The problem, the Q minimum value is minus 10 megavolt ampere reactance. Q maximum 100 megavolt ampere reactance. Minimum and maximum limits, the actual values are given. Then also the base value of megavolt ampere as 100 MVA is given. From this value, calculate the per unit value. Per unit value is equal to this actual value upon base value. Therefore, this becomes minus 10 divided by 100 less than or equal to Q2 calculated. less than or equal to this maximum limit 100 divided by 100. Now that is equal to minus 0.01 less than or equal to Q2 calculated less than or equal to 1 bit. Our Q2 calculated value is 0.0225. This value is within the limit. So we treat this bus as the generator bus. Then continue the next step. Step number 3C for generator bus. Here we calculate the phase angle. Phase angle by using the formula V2 nu. V2 nu is a second bus, so you calculate V2 nu. In the place of I, substitute 2. This is the actual load flow formula for Gauss-Seidel method. Here substitute 2 in the place of I. V2 nu is equal to 1 divided by Y22 P2 minus JQ2 divided by V2 volt star minus Y21 V1 nu minus Y23 V3 volt. Here substitute all the values. P2 is the specified value, that is 0.3 per unit. That value is given. Then Q2 calculated. Q2 is the calculated value 0.025. Then Y bus data Y22, Y21, Y23s that are getting from the Y bus. Then the initial bus voltages V1 volt that is equal to V1 nu that is 1.05 angle 0 degree. Then V2 volt is equal to 1.02 angle 0 degree. Then V3 volt 1 angle 0 degree. They substitute all the values and simplify by using the calculator in complex mode. You get the result as 1.0199 plus J 0.0392. Then convert this rectangular form into polar form. Magnitude 1.0207 angle 2.2 degree. Here, in case of generator bus, the magnitude value is the specified value. The load angle only our calculated value. So no need to take our calculated magnitude value. The magnitude value is copied from the problem. That value is specified. That value 1.02. Then angle only take it from the calculated value. That is V2 nu is equal to V2 specified, that is given value, angle delta 2, this is calculated value. Then substitute. Therefore, the answer becomes 1.02 angle 2.2 degree. I first told the magnitude value will not change. Only the angle only change for generator bus. Now the generator bus calculation over. Then goes to the next bus. Next bus, third bus. This third bus is the load bus. The quantity to be obtained are the magnitude of voltage and phase angle. By using this formula, VA nu directly calculate. VA nu directly calculate. V3 nu is equal to a third bus is the load bus. So in the place of I substitute 3. Then therefore the formula becomes 1 divided by Y33 P3 minus JQ3 divided by V3 volt star minus Y31 V1 nu minus Y32 V2 nu. Here P3 value is the net real power. Then Q3 net reactive power at bus number 3. The net power is equal to P3 is equal to generated power minus load power. Here there is no generator real power. Put 0 minus 0.4, so that minus 0.4 per unit. Then net reactive power at bus 3 is equal to QG3 minus QL3. That is 0 minus 0.2. That is minus 0.2 per unit. The substitute here. Then the bus data are getting from the Y bus matrix. Y33 value minus j 0.833 and substitute all the values. Then y1 new and y2 new. Y1 new is the slack bus voltage. That value is constant, specified value. Then Y2 new. Y2 new is the previous calculated value. That previous calculated value is 1.02 angle 2.2 degree. That is equal to 1.0192 plus J 0.0392. The answer becomes, now all the values are substituted, then calculate by using calculator. The answer becomes V3 new is equal to 1.0075 minus J 0.0244. Then convert this rectangular form into polar form. Rectangular to polar conversion, 1.0078 angle minus 1.39. The next step, step number 5, the slack bus power. The slack bus power. Slack bus, first bus is the slack bus. Then formula becomes S1 is equal to P1 minus JQ1. That is equal to V1 star summation J is equal to 1 to N Yij Vj. Here number of buses 3. Therefore, the summation they expand the summation V1 star Y11 V1 plus Y12 V2 plus Y13 V3. 3 times. Then substitute all the values. Here, this value is the constant value, that is slack bus voltage. Then this is also a slack bus voltage. This is the second bus, generator bus voltage. This is third bus voltage. These two values are calculated previously. Then Y11, Y12, and Y13. These values are obtained from the Y bus matrix. Y11 minus J 5.833, then Y12 J 2.5, Y13 J 3.333. Substitute all the values and simplify by using calculator. The answer becomes minus 0.0175 minus J 0.2295 per unit. Here, compare this term, this equation. S1 is equal to P1 minus JQ1. The real part P1 is equal to minus 0.0175 per unit. Then multiply this value into base value, get the actual value, minus 1.75 megawatts. Then compare the reactive part. Q1 is equal to 0.2295. Then multiplied into 100, we get 22.95 megavolt ampere reactance. This is the actual value. Then step number 6. Then step number 6, calculate the line flows. Here in power system, the 3 lines, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, then 3 to 1. And calculate the line flows in both directions. That is, line from 1 to bus number 1 to 2, also bus number 2 to 1. Then similarly, 2 to 3, 3 to 2, 1 to 3, then 3 to 1. The formula becomes S12 is equal to P12 plus JQ12. The line diagram, if we take it from the line diagram, is minus 1 divided by J 0.4, because a conjugate symbol, conjugate put minus sign, divided by 1 divided by J 0.4, that is the admittance. Then simplify, you get J 0.4. Here the V2 is the generator voltage at the end of the first iteration. Here that value is 1.02 angle 2.2 in rectangular form. 1.01 92 plus J 0.0392. Here substitute. This is a conjugate. Take this conjugate of this term. Over here, the conjugate 1.0192 minus J 0.0392. Already here one minus is there. Multiply inside the minus into minus plus sign. To substitute all the values in calculator, you get this answer minus 0.1029 plus J 0.0808 per unit. Then second line, 2 to 1. Then in reverse direction, S21, P21 plus JQ21 is equal to B2 star minus B1 star, Y21 series star. Here B2, this value. Then B2 star, the conjugate of this value, put minus sign. Then B1 star, B1, the specified value 1.05 minus J0. So here write 1.05. Then Y21 star, the same line admittance, J2.5. The answer becomes 0.1029 minus J 0.0746 per unit. Then second line, 2, 3. The formula becomes B2 star minus B3, Y23 star series. B2, this is B2. Then B2 star, the conjugate of this value, just to put minus sign for a, just to put minus sign for imaginary part. Then B3 star, B3 star, already here on minus is there, multiply minus inside, so that the inside also minus J 0.024. Here Y23 series star, that is equal to minus 1 divided by J 0.2, that is J5. Then simplify, you get 0.3218 plus J 0.072 per unit. Then similarly calculate 3 to 2, S32. Then S31, S13. Similarly calculate, substitute all the values like the previous steps, you get the answers. Then final step, finally calculate the transmission line losses. That is, yes, the general formula Sij loss is equal to Sij plus Sji. For line 1 to 2, the line loss becomes P12 loss plus JQ12 loss. Here S12 plus S21. Here this is S12. This one is S21. Add this two value, you get the loss. Then second line, that is 2 to 3. 2 to 3. Add S23 plus S32. S23 this one. Then S32 this one. Add these two, you get this line loss. Then finally line 3, 1. This line, the loss in this line is equal to S13 plus S31. Add these two answers, you get the line loss. For 1, 3. Add and compare the real and imaginary part, we get the real power loss and reactive power loss. Directly add Directly add this, then finally compare this answer. Here the real power loss, P23 loss 0, the reactive power loss 0.021. This one problem is enough for Gauss-Seidel method. You go through this problem and try to solve one time. You can solve any problem like this. Thank you.